Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar, and thank you for spending the next hour with us. The subject of today of this webinar is VMware Cloud Foundation for the few or for everyone. With me today, I have the chance to have my co-host Pierrick Leclerc. Hello, Pierrick.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
And so myself, I am the product marketing lead at OVHcloud for private cloud and dedicated servers. And Pierrick, you are?
Yeah, I'm the product manager for Public VCF as a service and manage VMware for OVHcloud.
So a big expert of VMware products at OVHcloud.
Great to see.
Okay, so what the objective of today? Very probably in the attendance, you've been running VMware for years. And you are all aware that there have been many changes since Broadcom acquired VMware in the packaging of the offer, in the target of the offer. And we want to go through that with you and then show you what is OVHcloud proposal and solution, particularly for those that have been that can feel at least abandoned by Broadcom. First, just to be sure, and for people that might be a bit less familiar with VMware, what is VCF? VCF, VMware Cloud Foundation, is basically the new name of the VMware global package, the full software-defined data center package. It includes the compute with vSphere, the software-defined storage with vSAN, and the software-defined networking and security with NSX. And the big change is that before, each part was quite independent and taken with modularity. And now it's one single and big package that has its advantages, because you've got really the all those three pillars in one, managed as a single solution and single product. But of course, when you don't need some of the functions, you're still obligated to buy everything. For the rest, it's still VMware as we know it, as we've appreciated it. It's a very strong, secure, and resilient platform to build your virtualization. And it's still the same VMware as we know. So the product is good, and it doesn't change even with this new packaging. It's still a very efficient and resilient software. But there's been quite a lot of changes in the focus of who VMware is for. Broadcom has made a very strong choice for VMware. They want to really focus on very big companies where there's financial services that need to scale, or for big public sector actors, for large enterprise IT departments. So really for big customers. Even Octane, the CEO of Broadcom, has said it quite clearly. On the 300,000 customers of VMware, they really see the top 10,000 to be the customers that will see the most sense and have the best value in deploying private cloud using VCF. Of course, they do not say that they forget all the 290,000 customers, but really the focus is placed on that, and they want VCF to answer the need of those bigger companies. And for all the others, what that means is that the product gets more expensive, cover things that you might not need, and it is really less focused and aimed for your specific demographics, And so sometimes it's not the best product for you anymore because of the changes. It used to be, it's not anymore. And so on the vast majority of customers, there's been some decision to have. On our part, we are a Broadcom partner for more than 25 years. We've been running VMwares and we respect the choice. We understand it. But we also want to make sure we have a solution for our long-term customers, and we don't want to get rid of them or stop focusing on them. One example, for example, of those customers is Voxy, and you can find the global use case testimonial on our website. But they were exactly in this place. They had a project, a very strong project. By the way, Voxy is a managed IT services company, a software that was supporting a software publisher, a pure player in hosting and managing SaaS solutions. It was a product used by 2 million clients. And with a sudden change and rise in the VMware licensing costs, they could not maintain the same service level without spending significantly more. It was basic math. The costs are more important, so the product is not viable anymore. So they had to redesign the architecture to find a viable solution. And this viable solution that we propose to them is a product that we call Public VCF as a service. Public VCF as a service. What is it and what it's for, and why is it a solution, a potential solution for those customers? First, Public VCF as a service, as the name mentioned, is based on VCF, VMware Cloud Foundation. It's a managed offer, sovereign, and adapted to those smaller customers that want to have VMware, but for an affordable pricing. It's still the VMware you know, so you can migrate without refactoring. It's completely ready to use. It includes the hardware, the licenses, and of course the support. It's fully managed by OVHcloud. All updates, maintenance from the hardware and the software is done by us. With a 99.95% SLA. And it's cost effective. It's starting 299 euros per month or $320 per month. And it's really a good product to scale easily. You can start with a starter pack and manage your first VMs. And then when you need it, upgrade progressively, adding more resources to your pool. Sorry. So we've got the product, but why VMware should be the right solution for you? First, as we said, we've got more than 25 years of experience on VMware products and managed VMware products. We're a Broadcom Pinnacle partner, a confirmed partner, even though many partners have been left out recently. We are confirmed as a Pinnacle partner of Broadcom for the years to come. We were even the VCSP Partner of the Year in Europe in 2024. So we're a strong VMware partner. Also, it's in our philosophy for all our products, we've got transparent pricing with no hidden egress fees, unlike most hyperscalers. It's a predictable monthly cost, really easy to read, fully transparent. Everything is apparent on our website before buying, and no surprise line items. And lastly, it's a sovereign solution. We've got solutions for European customers and for US customers with a global infrastructure. It's, of course, GDPR compliant, and with no extraterritorial exposure, which is quite important for European customers currently, but also for US customers. What do we mean by managed solution? Public VCF is a managed solution where we handle the hardware, hypervisor, the storage, cluster health, all the patching, upgrading, and lifecycle of the software and the hardware. Of course, everything behind in terms of capacity and network to make sure it works, the redundancy, the license management and its reporting. You don't have to deal with Broadcom. We manage everything for you. And the SLA, which proves that we are really we are trusting ourselves in this product, and we are making some guarantees on that. On your side, very easy. You just have to manage the workload. You create your VMs. You build your networking and security policies. And of course, you focus most before everything to your business priorities, making sure that you don't spend too much time managing a cluster and more time making sure that it is a good answer for your business. One important thing is that in what we handle, we also treat the VMs like something sacred. It's the philosophy of VMware. And if the host crashes, your VM is automatically moved and keep running. That's why we got a high SLA guarantee, and it's really easy for you. You've got high availability without worrying of configuring it. And now, Pierre, can you tell us a bit more about how we can manage all that?
Sure, let's jump in the interface. So now, once your organization is ready, you will operate your day-to-day job in VMware Cloud Director. So if you used VMware Cloud Director before, you will feel right at home. So VMs, network, users, all is self-service inside the VCD interface. All deployments are catalog driven with Linux and Windows templates, or even your own images. As we will see, you delegate with roles for admins, catalog author, and so on for internal teams or even end customer. So we will see in a few minutes with a demo. About the global offer, here is what you are actually buying when you buy the Public VCF as a service starter pack. You've got 16 vCPU, 64 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage, 16 public IPv4 addresses. So it's a global bundle, and by default, you've got 5 gigabits per second on the public network. So everything all on the VMware on OVHcloud stack. If you need more of compute, you add another pack for the compute, or you can order 1 terabyte and 1 terabyte of storage each time you need more. You can scale out as you want. You can also add extra IPs up to 256, and options activate on demand. So you've got managed backup with Vim, Microsoft licenses, business or enterprise support, and professional services if you want hands-on help. So the architecture is pretty simple. You consume a managed VMware resource pool, not isolated VMs. And we'll move on the different pack we offer. In fact, it's the same platform, what we call the standard pack and the advanced pack. You just pick what your project needs. It's the same compute storage, but basically we provide for advanced pack edge gateway for built-in advanced network features, such as firewalling, micro segmentation, and routing. And both of them, the standard pack and the advanced pack, provide what we call the VRAC, that is the private network solution that enable our customer to route traffic between your public VCF as a service organization to the internet, or as well to other OVHcloud services. So you have got directly private network solution and a public network connectivity. So basically here, what we can keep in mind is standard pack is a perfect starting point for most of the workload, but advanced is better when network complexity shows up, and when you create one, you cannot migrate to another kind of pack, but you can choose if you want advanced security or standard workloads. So
one thing to add, however, is that the advanced pack will be out in a few days. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, standard
really
pack
in a few days.
Yeah, in a few days, standard pack is already available, but the advanced pack will be in a few days. Yeah.
Yeah. And here there is few detailed features, but we can you will see on our website. But basically, for those who already know NSX, they will feel comfortable and they already know the features. But we will offer it within the VCD interface. So micro-segmentation to apply security policies per VM or workload, not on a global VLAN. You've got 5 edge gateway, so you can handle north-south traffic. You've got VPN IPsec solution between your public VCF environment to the on-prem or the site. So basically, it will fit the network global needs. So the compute is the same, but you've got in advance more network features. So here is a summary of the license we provide. As I said, so additional resources you can scale as you want. You can add public IPs. You can, if you want to use your own Microsoft license, you can. If you can also use our contract with Microsoft to use the Windows Server license. So you just have, we will see in the demo, but you just have to click and the Microsoft license will be automatically declared. We provide managed Vim for public VCF as a service also. And as I said, private network, OVHcloud Connect connection, and access to the full OVHcloud portfolio from the bare metal to AI services, directly accessible from public VCF as a service.
Okay, good. Now, let's imagine we are on a Monday morning. We have a new project. We need to launch a VM. I think it's a good time to have a quick demo. So let's have a look at the demo. Can you run us through it, Eric?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. All good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful interface. Yes, we just walk you through the why and economics, but here is how the day-to-day, how you will operate the fully managed VMware environment from the control panel and VMware Cloud Director. So in 10 minutes, I will just navigate you through the control panel interface, scale the compute, create and run VMs, check network, and do basic user management stuff. So day-to-day, you start here. This is the control panel. As you see, you've got the Windows license option activated. All the general information shown in the dashboard, so on which region, if your pack is active or not, the billing type, is it monthly or hourly, the Vim backup option activated or not. So here is the global overview of the public VCF as a service within OVHcloud control panel. You've got access to network ACL to let you filter the traffic at the organization edge. You can edit rules here, not any ticket. Then the virtual data center tab show you the resource pool. You have one compute pack, as I said, 16 vCPU, 64 giga of RAM. You see here when you click on the virtual data center, all the resources you can use for your VM. So all the general information are shown here. You can access your compute tab. So here, only one initial pack, but when you grow, you will add here the other compute pack. Just clicking order pack standard, quantity, you click order, and the pack is automatically added in about a minute. It's exactly the same with the order storage. You click add storage. You will soon click on action to delete it or add it. You add the quantity, and you will get the same amount of terabyte of storage you need. Here is the VRAC segment part on which you can configure a network. And then one click directly in the control panel of OVHcloud, and you jump in the VMware Cloud Director interface, the interface your team may already knows. So your virtual data center shows compute, memory, storage from the pool. I am an admin. I click on a virtual data center, and I will show you how to quickly start a VM. As I am an admin, I can see everything on my organization. I click new VM, add a name. You can add a description. For this example, I will use Ubuntu OS. You can use predefined templates here. So we provide lots of predefined templates. But for this example, I will create a new one. And now I can choose the guest OS family I want, select my guest OS. I will choose Ubuntu. Then you can configure your boot options, the compute you want to consume. So this is directly in your hand. You can say, I want such memory or such CPU consumption. For the storage, I can add more if I need more gigabyte of storage on my VM. I click OK, and then the magic happens. The VM will be booted. You will get access during its boot on the recent task events, so you can see the status. So the VM is already up, so it's starting. You can see all VM. You can define directly in the interface the affinity rule. I didn't mention it, but if you want more performance and force VMware to move your VM on the same host, you can declare an affinity rule. If you want, by opposite, want them to be on a different host, you can declare anti-affinity rule. So this one, I created a resonance affinity rule. So my VM will run on 2 different hosts. So I've got my virtual machine that is up. With all actions, as I'm admin, I can stop it. I can install tools. I can copy it. I can add a Vim backup job. We will see in details in a second. I want to show you some quick view on the VRAC configuration, the part of the private network connection. I can click on VRAC, choose the VRAC affected to my public VCF. And here is the part interesting here. I can see the public IP connectivity directly linked to my organization, and I can use this one to manage the bandwidth of my organization. So if you have specific needs and you want to add gigabytes per second connectivity directly within the control panel, you click on the 10 gigabytes and you can add the public bandwidth. So as I said, the pack already includes 5 gigabytes per second, but you can upgrade up to 25 directly in the control panel. Here is a part of the backup. I will show, for example, a creation of a job, a backup job. You've got two choices. I will stay here for the choices of a backup. There is two kinds of repository you can use with Public VCF as a service. There is a bronze one that will back up on the local object storage, and the silver one that will use the local one and a copy on another location. So again, I'm already in VMware Cloud Director. I didn't move on another interface, and the Vim backup interface is directly embedded here. So I create my job, I select my VM. So I will take the VM we just created together a few seconds ago. So my new Linux app. Okay. You can choose options that are providing. Next, I can finish, and then my VM is totally backed up here. So I see the job, the bronze repository, and then the job I created, I can use it again. So I will start it to make it work. I see the next run that is planned to back up my VM. So now it's working. I can move on my data center view. Click again on the virtual data center. And here you can use the same job for all VMs you want. You just add to the job I just created. Like now I will choose the second VM. I click add to the job. It will take the job, add it. And now the VM use the same job for Vim manage backup. Nothing more to do. And my VMs here are embedded in the in this Vim job. Quick example of the role management. We provide 5 built-in roles from organization admins to console access only. So here I'm creating a Thomas catalog. I want him to be a catalog author. So available roles here. There is a catalog author that can publish catalog without managing VMs, VApp author that can manage VM without managing the catalog, and so on. So these are basic roles provided by VMware. The full name is Thomas Gatignan. I click Save. And now I will just show you how to move on the Thomas account. So the user I just created 1 second ago.
You could have put the admin.
Yeah, no, never. With marketing guys, I'd never do that. So you don't see no virtual machine. So no virtual machine, even they are running, you know, there is 2 VMs that are running, but Thomas don't see them. He cannot stop it. But as I said, he can move on the content hub. He can use the catalog interface, and he can create the catalog he wants. A new catalog for marketing apps. I click OK, and then the catalog is being created within the common organization. So status is succeeded. I can move on data center. So here is the Thomas account, but I will log out and now check what's happening with my admin account. So the password is 12345, but a second to copy it. Then here I'm admin, but I see in the task, all the tasks of my users. So the new catalog for marketing, and in the content hub, I see my catalogs, so Linux, Windows 1, and the new catalog for marketing that Thomas just created. And then in the actions, now I can power off a VM if I want. I mean, I can manage them as I want. And finally, just quick access on the great knowledge base with all fundamentals of public VCF. So we've got a huge documentation. There is 3 limitations I want to mention, but again, by design, you are using a managed infrastructure without dedicated host, so there is no overcommit control expose or so on. You've got one snapshot per VM, so it's not a backup strategy on its own, and we recommend using Vim managed backup as I just did the demo. And the storage performances are right for most workload, but it's not an extreme DB IOPS application. And here I show you the roadmap. So you've got a clear view on the public roadmap on GitHub. VCDA migration tool is coming really soon. Advanced is coming in a few days. So do not hesitate to vote and comment because you shape what we built. So that's it for the daily life on public VCF. So I just show how to scale, to deploy the VM, connect with VRAC, and govern with airbag infrastructure. And that's all for the demo. Thomas, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Pierrick. A lot in a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's been a bit fast, but I think, yeah, it's a good way to show everything we can do very easily. So what did we just see in this demo? First, it's self-service end-to-end. You manage everything very easily. You create your add resources very easily in a few minutes. Once you've got your resources, you create your VMs, you manage your users, you manage your network, everything very easily, either directly in VCD or on the OVHcloud console. It's a real VMware. For all those that are used to VMware, I think it was no surprise. VCD is really in the same way that is recognizable for every VMware admin. And it's very easy, and you can all do everything in a few minutes. If you don't have to worry about adding new expensive clusters and managing them. Everything is really smooth. You just add the resources if you need, and you create your VMs. It's secured. You don't have to worry about how to make sure that you've got a high availability. If your server crash, everything is done by default in the product. As you can see, you can very quickly do backups with Vim managed backups that is included in VCD. So very, very easy, very efficient, and you save a lot of time to do what you need to do, which is running the business priorities. One also very important point is that you may not be Broadcom's VIP anymore, but you are ours. And we really want you to discover this new product, Public VCF as a service, in the best way possible. So we've been all out on that. First, you've got a launch pricing starting at €299 or euros or $320 per month for the standard pack. The advanced pack is coming soon at €375 for $21. It's a launch price that is valid until 31st of August. And then there will be the standard price, which is slightly higher, but not that different. Don't worry. If it's not enough and you really want to test it, we've got the first month, which is free. You can use the code VCF trial when you order it. Be aware it's only valid on the standard pack without anything else on top. But if you just add the standard pack or the advanced pack when it's out and you use the code VCF trial, you've got the first month free. And when you started trying it, we offer you what we call the Kickstart program, which is 4 hours of free onboarding with our professional services. Just a side note, it's not available in the US yet. We're working on that. But really, it's our own professional services, which normally are a paid service. We offer you for free 4 hours of one-to-one onboarding with a 1 hour specialist to discover the product, understand how it fits your current infrastructure, help you build your migration plan, and so on. And lastly, of course, after all that, and you're on board with the product and you need help, we've got 24/7 support, and we've got also optional support plans and additional professional services if you want to keep you and accompany you all along. So really, it's easy. You've got one first 3 months, no catch. You can try it and find if it's the right product for you, and continue if you're happy or not. Okay, a lot of things. Now it's a time for a question, if you have some. All the questions are open. You've got a question tab, put it in there, and we will try to answer it as much as possible. And I see we already have one. I will read it out loud. We already switched from hosted private vSphere to VCF as a service at OVH back in spring. Can you give us an idea of what features are coming next? For example, new hardware like found in private cloud or vSAN, etc. Pierre, do you have a quick roadmap update on what we can expect on public VCF?
Sure, it's a pleasure. In fact, yes, there is, for the short-term feature, there is today, this afternoon, the VCDA feature that aim to enable our customer to, our users to move their VMs from on-premises to public VCF as a service. So it will be much more easy to move VMs from on-prem to a public VCF as a service. So this is the most short-term feature. Unfortunately, we had to postpone the vSAN performance pack, so we didn't mention it in the presentation, but we it's not in the midterm roadmap anymore. And about the new hardware, we don't display the hardware ranges because we are on the mutualized infrastructure, but about the coming features. So as Thomas said, there is the advanced pack that is coming really soon in the coming 1 or 2 weeks. The fact that you can, in a few weeks again, delete storage pack directly in the control panel. We will add some features about the public IP management services and self-service NSX Edge also management that will be much more easier. We will read the location of US. So these are the short-term one in the 1 or 2 coming months. Yeah.
Thank you, Pierre. And as we mentioned also, we've got the advanced pack coming very soon for all the network features.
Exactly.
Lastly, just you mentioned it before, I say it again, we've got the roadmap that is on GitHub. Don't hesitate to have a look, and if you have any feature request, or if you want to add a +1 to a request that is already on board, don't hesitate to do so. It really helps us also try to navigate and prioritize as much as possible. Another question that I think is good to clarify is it a mutualized infrastructure or dedicated? So clearly, yes, it's a mutualized infrastructure, so it's multi-tenant, yet highly secure. And this is the way that we can propose VCF for all customers at an affordable price. However, as you can imagine, we really want it to be a performance product. So the mutualization is carefully monitored to make sure that there's no impact on performance. Another question for you, Pierrick. You mentioned it already a bit. So how can we migrate our VCF, VMware workload to public VCF? So you mentioned VCDA, which will be a really good addition that is coming tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So the feature will come. You will see on the control panel tomorrow. It will enable us, our customer to move VMs easily from on-prem to public VCF as a service. Yeah, it will be a great enablement for our user that want to move them easily. Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe, yes, we talk about the high availability, but yeah, we stated it, but OVHcloud manage all the host life cycle, so the patch, replacement, capacity. You just take care of the VMs, and we take care about the auto restart and the host failure without any downtime. The vMotion will move live migration during the maintenance from a host to another. So just a VM management now.
Perfect. So just as you mentioned, what happens if a host crashes? What's
if the host, yeah. In fact, if the host crash, the vMotion move the VM, so you won't see any impact because the VM still live during the migration, and the migration can be for maintenance purpose or incident purpose, but you won't see it. The VM will move from a host to another. So that's why we say that it's a platform level resilience, and we have a high availability on the service level agreement. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I don't see any more questions. If you have one, don't hesitate to put it there. Any last-minute questions?
And if there is other question later, do not hesitate to comment on the GitHub public roadmap. So let's have a talk about your missing features. If you want to talk, contact us. Yeah.
Okay. Just for the sake of it, if you want to get more information also, don't hesitate to go to our websites. I put a link in the discussion tab directly to the product webpage. And if there's no more question, I think we can close the webinar. Thank you very much, Pierrick, for assisting us and doing this demo.
Thanks to you.
I wish you all the great rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon on Public VCF. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for watching.
Au revoir. Bye-bye.
See you.